Okay, content. Live. There we go. Control room. All right, good morning. Looks like we're live. We have a little lag, but it's not too bad. As most people know, this is going to be a sanding series. So if you want to come and sit and sand with me, great. If not, this ain't the video for you. Let's see here. We want to go to Auto Director. And we're going to put overhead as the main camera source. And we'll set time to 1 minute. And we'll go. That's good. Okay. Looks like we're good to go. Alright, so what I want to do today, I should have done this last night, is I should have filled all these nicks and stuff in, but I didn't. I need to go out to the car it's snowing outside, of course. I need to go out to the car real quick and get my Bondo. Hey, good morning, Tommy. Give me 1 minute to go out to the car and get the Bondo scraper. Spreader. Okay, I'm back. It's a little chilly outside. Had a heck of a time this morning trying to get this stupid Meebo thing set up. But we'll figure it out eventually. Just takes practice. So today is going to be a day of sanding. How's the audio? Is it clipping? Looks like it possibly could be clipping. Okay, let's try that. Bring these levels down. Okay. We got 4 viewers, so that's perfect. Sound is good. Okay, Craig. Good so far. Yeah, I was having problems with the Meebo. Boy, these things are locked up tighter than Dick's hat band. Let me see if I can find my mother's saw again. We're going to saw them hinges off. I guess we can get busy on that. I might could do it with this. Let's see here. There's one. I think we need to go on this camera so you can see what I'm doing. Turn off the auto director. Just took a Zona saw and carefully sawed down through the hinge. That's two. Boy, it's tight. I need my mother's saw for this end. That ain't it. That was funny how my mother gave me this saw. She said, "I think you'll need this sometime." And you know, I use this. There it is. I use this saw. It's just a cheap. Let me show you what it looks like. It's just a cheap jab saw, made of plastic. It's got one blade. It's pretty flimsy. This is the best saw I've ever used. Not because my mother gave it to me. It's because it's a really good saw. It might be two. There we go. We got her started. There we go. Now, how hard is it going to be to get it off the... There we go. So now I can sand this, get all this out of the trailing edge, and this airplane's going to be just like new. Let's go to another camera angle. We'll go to this one. This thing had such smooth controls. Now they're just locked up because all this goop on it. You know what? This other saw has finer teeth. We'll use that last one for that. need to get my other tablet so I can read the chat. There we go. I got that. Let me get my other tablet. Because I'm sure if somebody asks me a question, they'd like an answer, and I can't see behind the TV. Okay, let's turn this puppy on. You guys ever get the feeling that we're being taken over by technology? And it doesn't work half the time. Hey, I see 6 people in here and only 1 person liked it. Hit that thumbs up button. Get the metrics up there. Please consider becoming a member. Down there at the bottom above the, or next to the subscribe button is the join button. You can join for as little as $4.95 a month. That's like 1 beer, 1 gallon of gas. If you guys enjoy this content, please support me by joining, becoming a member. It takes quite a bit to do all this business. YouTube. Great. I don't want that. This is unbelievable how crappy technology works. YouTube. There we go. Jeez. It absolutely works hard. It's terrible. Got some pimple-faced kid monkeying with stuff all the time. Come on. Terrible. There we go. Come on. Modeling Misadventures. My channel. We could go incognito, which doesn't help. Okay, 7 watching. Come on! So frustrating. Live chat. Okay. I don't want TikTok. There we go. Skip ads. Alright, we got the chat up. Now this thing will probably knock out my... You know what? It probably will. Let's just kill this. Power off. Yep, it'll probably kill the stream, so we won't worry about it. I'll just have to look at it. If you type something in there and I don't get to you right away, I'll get back to it, because there's the screen is way over there and I'm blind. That's it. Yeah. Boy, it don't want to come off. First one to come off easy. Second one come off. It's coming off like a tank. Let's see here. There. We got something going there. Something snapped. That's good. There it is. Here it comes. There, I got it. That's two. Let's see what the TV says. Hang on, I gotta get way over there to see what's going on. It says, Yogi says, gonna take a look. That's gonna look like, thank you, Yogi. Yeah, it's gonna look like a new airplane, because it will be new. Let's turn this around. And we'll cut it from the other side so I don't have to be stuck in the corner. $40 from Brodak for 4 packs. So that's 4. I ordered 8 sheets of silk span for $40. That $13.95 shipping is ridiculous. Drop it in the mail. Auto director on. Cam 2 again. Oh, these are really on there. These are going to be a little more difficult. I think I might have to cut that. Come on. Well, that's good. Well, they didn't come off easy, John. They're stuck. I'll break that piece off there. Shoot. Well, we'll just glue it back on. Here we go. Here it comes. Come on. See, I epoxy all this stuff together, and John suggests I made them removable. However, we don't want to add any more weight to this thing. So what happened was, let me show you. Overhead. What happened was, twisting it, broke this little piece off. We'll just CA that back on there. And when I silk span these, you'll never see it. Okay. Last one. Boy, these are gummy. We have got some goop in there somehow. Whew. Yay. Break this too. They're 1/8" 7-ply aircraft plywood. They had to break them to get them out. That's okay. We'll fix them. As my buddy John says, it's only wood. Why are these controls so damn stiff? I'll worry about loosening them up here. Let's block off the trailing edges and start getting these set up, and then we can worry about why is this so loose. Okay, this one's loose. I think the ball joints need oiling. They're loose on that. I got a little oiler hole here. Let me get some dry slide in there and see if that frees them up. Let's turn it back to auto director. On. Overhead. Cam 2 on. Go. Done. This is the best stuff right here. This is dry slide cable lubricant for motorcycles. It's about $25 for this little bottle. But it will lube shit up. Feeling lighter already. Oh yeah, all better already. Better already. Can't see in there with a darn. Okay, let's see if that freed them up. Yep, that did it. Yeah, that freed them up. Just need a little Earl on the object. Okay. Now, let's, I already got the cap strips fixed. I guess we'll block sand these trailing edges off. Need to do what here? I think I might put a new piece of 180 on this stick. Can't believe it. $2 or $40 for 8 sheets of silk span. Is that not ridiculous? Then I gotta figure out how to drill out. Maybe I'll just drill right next to them. I gotta move the hinges over anyway. Gooey. Nine likes. That's good. 14 watchers, but 9 likes. We got 5 of you guys that are slacking. Let's try this. There, now it's stuck again. What the hell's the deal here? This thing should work ultra smooth. Yeah, we'll have to address that before it goes back together. Couldn't be this big booger here, could it? Not too bad. Little resistance, yes. Let's see. We got 16 watchers and 9 likes. 7 of you guys are falling down on the job. Hit that like button. See, the YouTube algorithms kind of hide this channel. We're never going to have more than what we got. Because there ain't that many control line flyers in the world, first off. That's why I got a kick out of them Chinese company. We're going to steal Stunt Hangar. I don't know what you think you're going to get. You ain't going to get much. It's a shame I had to cut them off. But this is such good wood. Now let's see what this weighs. I don't have anywhere to set it, so I'll have to hold it. $20 grams. And it's got the hinges in it, so, and part of the finish on it. Okay, we got that one fixed. Let's fix this one so we don't lose these parts. Okay. Gonna take a lot of work. And now we're almost up to speed. 15 watchers, 14 viewers, and 10 likes. Get after it, guys. I probably should be sanding over the workbench. This is getting too much crap on the floor. Take me forever to clean up this place. So this is the inboard. Better mark them. Inboard. We don't have to mark the flaps because they only fit on one way. There we go. That's marked. Well, I need to know how many of you guys think I want to get this back to looking 100%. More than that, flying 100%. You just like putting an old shoe on. It's not that. What's these ball links? We might do some surgery here and inspect what's going on with these ball links because they're kind of froze up. They don't feel bad out here. They don't flop like they used to. I don't know, I might drill a hole, put an oiler in there, I don't know. We'll see. Let's get a new piece of 180 on this sanding pad. A sanding pad. I guess I should mix up the superfill and get it to setting up. I think I'll do that. Hey John, when I get this over there, I'll get it sanded down, but we need to wipe it all down with that alcohol. Make sure to get all that stripper off of this. Before I put any paint on it. I hate to go through all this and have it do it again. You're going to be double sanded. Yeah, it's on that one. See what happens here. Well, we have an amazing amount of lag. There we go. Let's see here. Barking spiders. Okay, let's sand the rudder off, I guess. Loading up the paper. Shit's gummy. How much sanding is this going to take? I bet it takes a whole roll. Shit. I guess I need to pick a spot, just sit down and start sanding in one spot, because there's so many spots, it's ridiculous. The only bad thing is it's not good for content. Okay, so let's Let me get a soda. A pop. A DP. I think I need to take them airbrushes off there. You know, ding, dent, or screw something up. So we're on the overhead. Let me zoom out a little bit. Crop and zoom. Come on. Overhead, crop and zoom. Huh. We're done. You get a soda and we'll sit down and start sanding. Okay, I'm going to sand this until it's done, and then I'll move on to the next. Sand that rudder till it's done. I wish that this Mevo would allow me to put chat in the screen, but it won't. Can't see it. I'm sure there's probably some kid out there that knows how to do it. If you're some kind of screaming genius in the Dayton area and can prove it, get a hold of me and give me a hand, and I'll treat you right. We'll make sure you get something to fly. If you're interested in control line, but I won't hold my breath. Yeah, this stabilizer has a 7/10 carbon fiber strip in it. No wonder why it's so solid. I did everything right. That's a good airplane. I ain't forgotten about that. This stab is 3/8 with 3/32 3/32 piece on each side. It's built up inside. These elevators are solid. Solid, good wood. And that's the key, good wood. Can't believe there's 12 people that want to see me sand this thing out. Are you guys crazy? Almost like new. Matter of fact, real close like new. Well, I wonder if I can play hooky this week and spend an extra day standing. Of course, it doesn't much matter. At my age, I don't care. Do what I want. What are they gonna do? Fire me? No big deal. There ain't no much. Matter of fact, the hydraulic guy is quitting. After 25 years, he says, I'm done. Had enough of their BS. Well, it says we're still live. I wonder if I were to just rub this down with 91 proof alcohol, if that'll... I got some neutralizer, but... You can best bet we're going to do something. I don't want boogers to show up in the finish on this time. Let's see, anybody type anything over there? Nope. Okay, you guys must have me on in your shop. Okay. I don't feel like bending over and I'll get another piece. Take a drink of soda here. We're on cam 2. We need to be on overhead. Boy, it's nicely airfoiled. This is a good airplane, boy. If I do say so myself. I wonder why it flew so damn good. Had all the right shit done to it. Be better this time. It'll be better. The way things are going, though, I don't know how much airplane flying is going to be done here shortly. Gas prices got to come down. Everything's got to come down, and it's not going to. That's the problem. Once the prices go up, they never come back. So, I'm going to have to find a job that makes twice as much money. Of course, I don't really need a job, but if I'm going to work, I should get at least paid for what I'm worth. If the shop charges $100 an hour, you should figure that you should get 30% of it. And that's on the damn low end. I have worked 50-50 flat rate. And you can make a ton of damn money if it's a busy shop with good support. Everybody makes money. 50-50. The problem is the shops are so damn greedy, they don't want to... They want their mechanics to have 50 years experience, $1 million worth of tools, and pay them 20 bucks an hour. If 20. Anybody still here? Nobody's chatting. I got that completely sanded there. Looking good. Man, I'm making a mess. Let's see here. Yep, we got somebody said something. You're here. Chris Everson. Hey, great. Let's see where we're at here. That is overhead. We need to uncrop that. Crop and zoom. Oh, pull it back is what we need. Or we'll zoom it right there, done. see here, we need the 320 now. Well, that's one side. Gary Sinclair is watching. You guys got any idea how many hours it's going to take me to sand this thing out? How much content are we going to get out of sanding? Man, just everywhere. I got to get it, everything sanded off down to the bare wood. Get it absolutely perfectly smooth. Then I'm gonna put some neutralizer on it again. We don't want any paint strip problems. I have I was thinking about cutting the bottom off and seeing what's going on in there. I have another belly skin that I could put on there, but it was the heavier of the two by a gram or two. But it should fit on there perfectly if necessary, and it's well usable. I don't know. I don't want to get too far into re-woodworking the thing, because then that'll change the flight characteristics of it. And that's basically what I'm looking for, is to get this airplane looking good and back to flying the way it did. Because even if I change, the rudder shape or whatever, that could change the flight characteristics of the thing. This was just the perfect combination. One in a million airplane. That's why it's getting refinished. I build good and I build straight and try to build light when I can get light materials. But the airplanes never fly like the old days, like the old 40 size airplanes. This one does. So that's why we're trying to save it. So let's do this. throttle this thing back. This is ridiculous. How long we went on? It doesn't say on the Mevo. It does over there. It's an hour and a half. If you enjoy sanding, this is going to be the video for you. Standing and thinking outside the box on how to get shit done. I guess we could pull cam 2 in so you can see exactly what I'm doing. That's cam 2. Let's do crop and zoom settings. Cam 2. There we go. This overhead, cam 2, done, auto director back there. Okay. Uh-oh, somebody said something. Hey, get up, look over there. Yogi says, gotta move this now. You gotta get by it. Yogi says, with all of the sanding, probably not. Yeah, I'm sanding, but you gotta remember, first 3 coats of dope have soaked into the wood. And there's no way to get that out of there. I'm just hoping to be the same weight as before. As a matter of fact, like I told John, when I get to 57 ounces, I'll quit painting. No no matter what it looks like. One coat of paint can screw up your airplane. Put it over the top. And you'll hear guys like Brett Buck and Ted Santer and them guys talk about, no it won't. Yeah, well, I guess it depends on what you like. The reason why them guys can take a ringmaster, like Joe Gilbert, or a toilet seat, and beat you, is because they fly the thing so much. I don't have the time to practice. I don't have the dedication or motivation to practice. I have, you know, here, I'm in my controlled environment. It's nice inside. I don't have to go anywhere. So I'm a builder. The reason why I haven't been on the front row lately is I'm not, or I haven't won a concourse, is I'm not willing to put a gallon of plaster shine on my airplane. So everything's a trade-off. Just have fun. One of the reasons why Wendy won so many concourses, he had a lot, well, his airplanes were good, first off, don't get me wrong, but he had a lot of followers that would vote for him no matter what. I don't have that following. But as I said, his airplanes were painted very nicely, but heavy. I don't think I'd want that. Are you guys enjoying the auto director? It only cost me $3,500 to bring all this to you. I think it's going to be neat out at the field, where I can position cameras around the circle, and I don't have to get up. I can just switch views from my shed, you know, my little shade. So we got one top and one half of the rudder done. All day sanding today. Time to put in piece or move it or something. I wonder if my phone would work for chat. The Galaxy don't like it. I will tell you guys this, if you're going to get anything, you better get it now, because it's going to get tough. That's why I ordered this stuff now. Let me get my phone here. White is the heaviest color to use. Let's go on YouTube. And I'll explain why. Shut this. Why white is the heaviest color. The absolute lightest color is black. But the problem with black is that it has to be perfect, and there's no way there's no way that that I can make it perfect. No way. The reason being is it takes less black paint to cover something. So that's why light gray is used for primer, because it's got black in it. The orange that I had on this is probably the lightest paint color, besides light gray. It's probably the lightest color I can make it. You know what you mean, but then balsa wood has been a little hard to get here in Virginia, yeah? That's why this airplane's getting refinished. This had old wood in it. This had wood from the 90s. Viper number, I think it was, I don't know, I've lost count of. Anyway, one of the Vipers that I built that I sold to Ron O'Toole, it had a swept forward leading edge, or trailing edge. I didn't really care for that. Ron liked it, so I sold it to him. It had a G51 Super Tiger, not a G21, the bigger, later model square head Super Tiger 51s, and it ran great, flew great. It was 54 ounces, and it was bigger than this. The whole airplane was built out of 3/32. Art Shaver used to call me up when his shop was on Virginia and say, "Got a load of wood in, you want to come look at it?" "Yep, be right there." And I would root through all that wood, and I would pick out the cherry wood, the stuff that was the absolute lightest. And that's back when we could buy wood. And I'd get all the 3-pound, 3.5-pound, 4-pound wood. But now, you're lucky to get 5-pound wood. Lucky. It's all 6 to 8 pound. They're using them in them damn windmill blades. And that's why back in the 60s, you could build a Nobler at 38 ounces. Good wood. You won't be doing that now. My Nobler up there is 40 ounces. Would have been lighter, but I sold it to Jerry, and he shot a coat of urethane on it, so it's 40 ounces now. I added 2 ounces. Ruined it. But a 48-ounce Nobler is no slouch. A 50-ounce Nobler is a pig. Might as well forget that. I got my phone over here, I can see the chat. Don't have to run across the room to see it. I figure if I finish this by the end of next month, we'll be good to go. Sooner the better, though. Sooner the better. Bando the bando. Matter of fact, let's do that. Let's put the super fill in it and get it ready. It's starting to dry so I can sand it. can't break myself from standing. That'll be perfect. Get all that goop off there. What? Is that with or without engine? What are you talking about? What airplane? The Nobler? That's with the air engine, ready to go. And Steve says, once you get back down to bare wood, take it, you'll cover it with silk span to have a nice, smooth, and stable base. Yes. Yes. It's just like building a new airplane. Now Ron O'Toole, he always used to tell me, just finish it with a clear dope, no tissue, no, I guess you can. But what happens is when you do that, you don't put the silk span over it. When it sits in the sun, the shrinking of the dope will cause it to suck into the grain. So you use the silk span to block that. I had Japanese tissue on this, and I think that's what caused the problem. Because I got that Japanese tissue from England. I believe that's what it was. Because I've never had that issue on any other airplane. Only on the airplanes that I've used that Jap tissue. And I can't remember whether I used it on my Tucker or not. If I start getting those issues in a year or so, I'll know that there was a problem with that tissue paper. This thing took 5 years to show its issue. Normally, if you can get one good season out of an airplane, you're doing good. You know, at least that's how I look at it. You only build an airplane to last a season. You don't build them to last a lifetime because they're too heavy then. And that was one of Wendy's problems. He had 15 formers between here and there. Every inch you had a former. All that extra wood put in an airplane ain't no good. Carrying around stuff you don't need. But I always give credit where credit's due. Wendy is a master craftsman. Just doesn't I don't aspire to tank building. Trying to get all the goop off of it. You don't want that showing back up through the paint. Maybe I'll call Jim and see how he's doing, because it worries me. I haven't heard from him. Now there's a master craftsman. A master craftsman. If you were here, you could probably see what I'm looking at. There's little bits of orange and stuff on here. I need to, I don't know, just to feel right, I need to get it off. Do I know? I don't know whether it'll hurt or not, but it certainly can help. So, this piece of wood here, I'll see if I can get a close-up of it. Let me get a little bit of this off here. This piece of wood here is as good as when it was brand new, when I first put it on. There is no old finish on it, nothing. And that's the way I'm going to try to make the whole airplane look. Let's see, what overhead? We want to do overhead. No, I don't remember. If I had to guess, it's probably was an ounce. We're an ounce heavier right now with everything stripped off, because there's still little paper marks and this red. I mean, I would say an ounce heavier than this, or this is an ounce heavier than the original right now. We'll get it all off though. So this started out like this. I guess I could weigh and see what the difference between these two is, because they were exactly the same when I built it. You know, I mean, it may be negligible, but it can't help. So let's see what they weigh between these two pieces. Exactly the same size, cut out of the same piece of wood, weighed exactly the same when I put it together. Come on, turn on. Must be time for batteries. Okay, I gotta put some batteries in this turd. They lasted 5 years, so that's long enough. Ford Energizer. My $20 Harbor Freight scale, which will be $40 here in a second. Gotta squeeze past the airplane. Pretty bad when you gotta move stuff just so you can get by. Need 4 batteries. Throw these turds out. Unless it's a switch. And then I'd be bumming. We'll just hold on to those just in case. Yeah. Come on. That's slippery. Slippery. Oop. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, scale's up and working. The one that's sanded out weighs 19 grams. I sanded a gram off of that. The one that's not sanded out weighs 20. So, yeah. Yeah, it makes a difference. So I would say it's probably an ounce heavier right now until I get all this crap sanded off of it. You know, if there's 1 gram here, there's got to be at least 20 some grams everywhere else. So you kind of got to pay attention to what's going on. I mean, I don't know. A lot of guys wouldn't do it. It wouldn't be worth it. But if you ever flew this airplane, you'd know it was worth it. Ask Charles, he knows. When I let him fly it, I couldn't watch. Shit. Four rolls for $80.95. 4 rolls of what? 3M? The stuff I get? If it's the stuff I use, 4 rolls for $80.95 is a deal. If they're the same size rolls. These rolls here are $25, $27 a roll. So if you're getting 4 rolls, this is the same thing. If you're getting 4 rolls for $80, that's the deal. Yeah, that's a good deal. That's $20 a roll. Send me a link on Stunt Hangar. I'll buy me some more. That's a deal. Do that for me, Chris. Send me that Amazon link on Stunt Hangar, please. Because it's time to stock up. Man, I hate to get started on this. Really? Gonna be a while sanding on this. But no time like the present. Now that's if they're the same length. How many feet or how many yards? Because they're doing that to us too. They're charging us the same price and making the product smaller. It's called shrinkflation, and they're doing it. Buy yourself some Reese's peanut butter cups and check out the size of them. Same price. 1/3 the size down. Not good. This is 320. I need the 180. Depending on my season, one roll of sandpaper will last a year. Depending on how much I build in sand. I had the money. Well, I don't have the money, but I have the smarts to know that we're not going to be able to get this stuff. I would have bought more silk span if it wasn't so damn expensive. I want to say this, you guys, and please take heed because it's very, very important. 20-yard roll. I think that's right. When you start going to McDonald's or Burger King or wherever you happen to go, and they try to make you pay with a credit card, drive off. That's the beginning of cashless society. If we go into that, if we go into a cashless society, the government can say, well, we don't think you need any food. We can't buy any. Or we don't think you need any gas. You don't need to be able to, you can't go anywhere. Or you don't need a gun. We're going to, shut you off at the gun store. Please do not get involved with a cashless society BS. They'll make it real enticing, just like your debit card. When they first came out, a debit card, you could go and put it in the ATM, and it cost you nothing. It's basically like cable TV. Cable TV, when it first came out, you were paying to have 0 commercials. And now you have 0 programming. So you're paying to buy commercials. So they're going to make it really enticing. Say, well, we're going to give you 1.5 times the value of your money. So if you got $1,000 in the bank, we're going to give you $1,500 in digital credits. Don't get involved with it. Don't take any of that stuff. It's not going to work out well for us. It's going to work out good for the banksters, but don't get involved. Stock up while you can. John and I were on a trip. I think we went to the Cleveland contest the year that he had a flat tire on the way back. And we stopped at a McDonald's, and the lady said, I ordered I don't know, hamburger or whatever it was. No, we don't take cash. Keep it. See ya. I wanted the hamburger, but it ain't worth it. So what I'm getting at is, if they start charging these exorbitant prices, don't buy it. Just like I heard Brodak, the fuel is $37 a gallon. You know what? They can keep it. You guys be drinking that fuel. $37 a gallon for $4 worth of ingredients? Nah, I don't think so. The greed is just ridiculous. We have a guy in the club who mixes the fuel. But you can mix your own fuel. It ain't no big deal. See you making a proper mount for... Oh, great. Yeah, they tried. And they're trying to push for a new outbreak. Yeah. Let me tell you something, guys. Go see a farmer. A farmer knows how to cure it. I can't talk about a whole lot of weird stuff on here because YouTube will take my channel down. But if you want to know the cure, send me a private message. I talked to my buddy Don Shipley, Navy SEAL, and I told him what I did, and he said, I never heard anybody using that stuff. How'd it work? I said, it killed it in 3 days. I still feel like crap, but... trying to push this social credit score, and look, if it sticks out, you go in the men's room. If it's inside, you go in the ladies' room. If I catch you peeking under the stall, I'm going to boot you in the ass. We got problems. Anything ever happens, well, you got the Stunt Hangar that you can... anything ever happens to this channel, we'll move to Vimeo, or I have all like Rumble. I have all the accounts. Truth is the first casualty of war. So we need to get a gram off of this. I guess Will Davis had it real bad. The day I knew I had it is I was underneath the truck and I felt, oh man, I could hardly move. It was terrible. But I know what it feels like now, and I got the cure. So. But they're working on something to really get us. It's terrible. But buy what you can. Like Chris is saying, the sandpaper, $80. That's a deal. It really is a deal. It's not good that you got to spend $80 up front, you know, when you only need $20 worth, but you'll have it. Nobody else has it. Commodities, that's what's going to be the new cash. Trading. I told you I watched that program Moonshiners. They don't need the government, they do their own thing. Okay, we're almost there. You know, another thing that can be put on here is let's see here. Let's see. Image adjustments. No, that ain't it. Close. I don't want an image adjustment. Crop and zoom. Meeple settings. I wish I knew how to work this thing better. That ain't it. Maybe it's down here. Camera auto director. Video source, camera input, crop settings, app settings. Oh, wait a minute. There they are right there. You can add stuff like that. That's kind of cool. I mean, let's remove that. Cancel. Should we take that off? Okay. These are, you know, lower thirds, overlays, bugs. I mean, something to make it more professional. You know, it talks about all this stuff in the Bible. But there ain't nothing in the Bible that says we can't slow it down. Matter of fact, it's our patriotic duty to slow it down. Stand your ground. There's half of it. Wow, you work fast. Looks good. How many flights do you think you have on that aircraft? I don't know. Steve, it's not the same stuff. I don't know how many flights I have on this. 5 years old. Whatever. Harbor Freight paper does not act like 3M paper whatsoever. But thanks for letting us know. I still haven't tried the Harbor Freight primer. Everybody's talking about how Harbor Freight is the same as DC 540. I need to try it. Of course, I quit using primer. Primer is really good to show you where the boogers are. But it's extra weight, so we quit using it. Good for a quickie fix, you know, if you gotta fix something real quick. Yep, I don't want to bend over to get that. Another piece. Use this. So remember, guys, I'm not the end-all, know-all. I don't know everything. What is the oldest plane I have? Well, I have some airplanes in St. Louis that are... Let's see. I got one in there that's 20 years old. Been retired, hanging on the wall for a long time. I don't keep them. If I kept all my airplanes, I wouldn't have any place to live. I have 5 in here right now. And this room is the size of the bathroom. In St. Louis right now I have, let's see, High Roller, Junar, 2 Junars, High Roller, Continental, Monado, Shoestring, Viper. I have 8 airplanes in St. Louis. So I have 8, 5, 30. I have 13 airplanes ready to go right now. Well, less this one. 12. Oh, I forgot one. 14, because I forgot the... Oh, I forgot the Tucker, too. So, 15. Yeah. Let's see. Tucker. Monado. Two Junars in St. Louis, so that's 5. 5. I got a Viper, that's 6. Auto Continental, 7, 8. Shoestring, 9. 10. I don't know, I got about 16 airplanes ready to go, I guess. But I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. I claim that I'm a good mechanic and I know where to find the information if I need it. And that's what makes a good mechanic. is knowing that you don't know everything, but knowing where to find out the answer. Because those people who think they know everything are particularly aggravating to those of us who do. I've just been building model airplanes over 50 years, and way over 50 years. And I got a good idea what it takes to make it right. And the drive and desire to do it. That's the only reason why I'm refinishing this, is the drive and desire. I mean, most guys wouldn't even think about this. It's ridiculous. It's a lot of work. It's like building a whole new airplane. But as John said, I couldn't build this airplane in a day, so might as well refinish it. It's gonna take twice as long to refinish than it does when it's new, because I got to get all this off. But it took 5 days, or 5 hours to build the thing, where it would take several months to build. So I'm ahead of the game. If I can make it work. And I think I can. I have a little problem. I keep too many planes. I have a room full, or 2 small sheds full. Don't know the number, but I think it may be around 200. Yeah, it's probably too many. I think you need to seek help. I'm pretty sure I have less than 20. How many have I built in my life? Over 500. Nice airplanes. There's really nothing to it. It's just a matter of sitting down and doing it. If this video disappears, it gets flagged, you'll know why. Ghost Flames paint job this time? No, Fred. I could do a motorcycle paint job, but it just wouldn't look realistic. I mean, that Paul Winter, he brought that airplane that had all that airbrush work on it, but it was sanded with a rock or a file. If he'd have sanded it well and shaped it well, it might have been a nice airplane, but it had all kinds of space, planets and stars, and it looked like the side of a van. That doesn't fit the motif, it's an airplane, not a van. That's why I like my Thunderbolts so well, because they look like an airplane. So this was 20. We need to get it down to 19. Make it right. It's coming. It's a coming. I'll get my silk span this next week, and hopefully Saturday I can start doping. Start covering. I think maybe we'll try to paint it with an airbrush this time. I'm going to try to keep the weight less than 57 ounces. John couldn't believe how much tip weight I had in it. 3/4 of an ounce. More than enough. You just hope I keep the channel going. Well, one way or another, something happens to this channel, damn. I'll have to fix this. This is outboard. One way or another, I'll be around. Stunt Hangar cost me $300 a month. We're paid up until March of 23. So we got another year on that. I stay ahead. I try. YouTube, you know, I don't have any kind of fee for YouTube, but it costs a lot of money for the equipment. You know, I just spent $1,500 on the cameras and $500 on the iPad. And it all comes down to dollars and cents. I mean, I don't like the censorship. You know, I can't hardly say what I mean. Got a self-censor. That's BS. I always thought this was America. But obviously, the veterans fought with something else. Okay, we got it all stripped off of this piece now. Let's see if we're down to 19 grams. Well, if we're down to 18, we'll have to sand the other one. Bring it down to 18. That's how you know you got good wood. Just over a ½ an ounce for an elevator. It's pretty light. You cannot build it up that light. Even if you have 3-pound wood, by the time you put all the glue on it for all the ribs and all that and put the skin on it, it's still the same weight. That's why that magic 3-ounce number is so hard to beat. And what I mean by the 3-ounce number, stab elevator with the horns and hinges is 3 ounces. Just the way it's going to be. Okay, let's see what it weighs. $18, just like I thought. $18 gramolas. So now I got to sand the other one, a gram off the other one. No, where are we at here? 20. This one here. Oh, what do we got going on there? 0. Let's tear it. This one here is, now they're the same. 19 grams a piece. I'm going to have to fix that little bust out I had there, which is not a big deal. Okay, where are we at? As far as time-wise, we've been on 2.5 hours. What do you guys want? You want me to keep going or what? I can go another half hour before lunch. Eat lunch at 11:30. We'll do that. So I haven't done anything to the fuselage yet. And it looks it. Let's put on the stupid fill. We'll get that drying, hardening, setting up, whatever you want to call it. Now this nose is fiberglass, so I ought to grind a dip right there. The transition between the engine bearers and that block of wood always shows up. Always. So we're going to smoothie some superfill over the top of that. Let's see here. I think we'll get popsicle sticks instead of spoons. Yeah, okay, give me a second. You're going to breakfast. Okay, well, have a good one. All right, we got 2 popsicle sticks. I got my container here. Let's see, we want to zoom out. Crop and zoom. Done. Okay, got a big pile of crap here is what we got. Auto director off. Okay, back. So now it's being directed by me. So the proper mix of superfill, how do you do it? 2 popsicle sticks, 2 plastic spoons, what have you. We're not going to put a whole lot on here, so I think we'll use this right here out of the top. No, maybe not. Kind of stiff. I don't know. We'll just put that there. I always end up mixing 10 times more than I need. Now, from prior experience, the recommended mixture is 2 to 1. That will give you the good work time. Do not put the contaminated stick in this object here. Separate sticks for separate ingredients. Do not mix them together. So, in the jar. So there's 1. That's 50-50. And you're supposed to do 2 to 1. But I'm going to mix it a little hotter. I'm going to do 25% more. So it dries faster. Guys have mixed it 50-50 and it does work. You just ain't got a whole lot of time to work it. So this is pretty close to 50-50. So 75-25. And you can see the difference in color too. When you mix it correctly, 2 to 1, it'll be a light blue. When you mix it a little hotter, it'll be green. It'll be aqua. It's not green. It's turquoise or aqua color. And it doesn't matter. It still works. I had one guy call me in a panic. I mixed it 50-50. Well, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. This is good stuff. And back in the days of epoxylite, what a pain in the butt that was. Rock hard. Rock hard. Okay, let's go over to the airplane here. Got a Bondo spreader here. It's a pretty wide blade. And got a couple of dents here that need to... Remember, the nose is the focal point of the airplane. See, I've mixed way more than I need. But how are you going to mix such a little... You don't want to just, you want to have enough that you can sand in. I think I got it right there. Oh. Got to leave enough material that you can sand it in, feather it out. There we go. I want to do this edge here. Sorry if I'm blocking your way, but that looks pretty good. If not, we can do another coat. So, let me sand this real quick. If you go back on the channel a ways, you can see the repair that was done here after Huntersville. Right here. What happened was thumb went through the sheeting, broke this rib, broke off. What we did was took the lost foam jig and made a rib to glue, 1/8" rib to glue against that, glue against this rib, half rib. And then we put in a rib here. Then we added, this is an 1/8" patch. It's 1/8" thick, so that it could be sanded down. And when Charles flew it, you know, I had repaired it. When I let Charles fly it, you couldn't tell. I mean, I repainted the whole leading edge. That's the nice thing about lacquer. It's very forgiving. And dope is a lacquer base. But you got to remember, dope is not paint, it's glue. It's heavy glue. Okay, let's float in the patch. This will be better than it was when we did it, because we didn't superfill it. Now you could leave all this turd on here, and you could sand it. I don't recommend it though. It'd be a long time sanding. But what you do, you grab your Bondo spreader. There we go, we got it. I'll leave just enough so you can feather it off. Perfect. I'm not going to touch it. that was perfect, that pass. So, blocks, there's a little bit right here. Knock them off. Just block sand it with 320. It might take a second coat, but so be it. Not a big deal. Chris, is it easy to sand? Yeah, we should be in church, yeah? We're in the Church of Model Airplane. Is superfill easy to sand? I'm not Chris, but absolutely. If you came from the days of epoxylite, it's night and day. Epoxylite, when we used to do fillets with epoxylite, if you didn't have those fillets shaped before it's set up, man, it was a nightmare to get sanded out because it was so much harder than the wood. So what you had to do was you had to keep working that fillet until it was perfect. This stuff here, you can put in, I do recommend working it to get it as close as possible, but let's say that you fall asleep at the switch, which I've done many times. You can sand it with a polywog, not a big deal. As far as colors go on this airplane, the paint scheme is going to be very similar to what it was. It's going to be white, orange, red, black, yellow. Very similar to what it was, because you know it's an iconic paint job. Well, like this paint job would be better. Let's try this. Crop settings, transition type. Let's try one of these. Box white. What does box white look like? That ain't bad. Let's try this. Slide. Let's try that. Okay, go here, and we'll go there. I don't know. Let's try this, duration. I don't think there's any difference. What the hell? I'm just playing now, guys. Wait while we wait for that to, I guess we could do that. Let's try that. You like this church, yeah? Okay, let's try this. Back to this. I don't know what dip to color means, but we'll try it. Dip to color. That ain't bad. I think crossfade is probably just as good. Ooh, let's see what it looks like here. We're lagging a little bit. We need to speed that up. Crossfade, 3.8 seconds. It's too long. Okay, let's go there. Back to there. Okay, that's what we'll do. It's on a piano stand for an electric piano. If you guys remember, let's turn the auto director back on. If you guys remember, last year, I decided I had too many airplanes here and I needed to stop building. So I was going to take up piano playing. Well, I was given a piano, but it didn't have a stand. So I bought a stand and a foot pedal and all that. And I've tried, but I have the musical talent of nothing. I can play the radio, and I can play the radio loud too. But I cannot play the piano. I mean, I can't play any instrument. My brother was encouraging and this, so, but you know, I bought all the parts because I was going to start practicing piano instead of building model airplanes. Didn't work. I couldn't do it. So my next door neighbor was a blind guy who played guitar. If you guys remember that. And he played it loud. I gave him the piano. So he could play it. I couldn't play it. I can't play anything. Like I say, play the radio really loud. What's going on with this auto director? It's supposed to shift. Maybe if we take that off and let it go by itself. It looks like a video is much sharper now. Yeah, I'm monkeying with the settings. We tried, like I say, yesterday we tried to do it in John's garage, but his router is on the other side of the house, and there's a lot of ductwork and stuff blocking the way, and it just would not hold a connection. Hey, Jim. Yeah, you're enjoying. Would you have done this? Would you have stripped it, and refinished it? That's what I want to know. The only thing that makes me think it's worth it is what John said, is I could not build this airplane in 5 hours. So it's just going to be finishing it twice now. But it must come out at 57 ounces or less. It must. It's not an option. That's what made this airplane special. I cannot settle for less. Don't stop building, huh? Yeah, well, when you run out of room, this is not my house. When I get back to St. Louis, which is coming up here shortly, as soon as I can get this debt paid off now, because I wanted to buy this stuff before I couldn't buy it. As soon as I get this debt paid off and I go back to St. Louis, I'll have more room to... I mean, it's not a happy place to try to build here. I have 2 jobs. I have 3 jobs: videographer, builder, and then I have my job at work, which I hate. Yeah, showing you how. Yeah, right. I ain't showing you nothing. I can tell you this, it's a lot of work, Jim. It's a lot of work. If you saw John and I yesterday, it's messy too. It is really messy. But I just made the decision that's what was going to happen to this airplane. I'm going to strip it. We're going to go, how much longer here? We're going to go 3 hours on this stream. I'm going to eat lunch, then I'll come back and stand for another 3 hours. I don't know how you guys can stand me that long, but 9 minutes. We got 9 minutes on this stream, then I'll come back after lunch. I'm getting hungry. But as you can see, it's pretty darn important to get all the paint and all the stuff off of this thing. And it was pretty important to cut them flaps off too. Flaps and elevators. Pretty light now. It's missing some parts. I'll be sure to show how to rehinge these things too. I think that's probably going to get done over John's because he has the... I've lost my little saw. I don't know what the hell I had. What happened to it? You know, I've hit it on myself and can't find it. I have a little table saw in here somewhere, and I won't find it until I move, I bet. Well, that's good, Chris. The finish comes at the end of this. This is the finish right here. Sandpaper. If you're not willing to sand, you're not going to have a good looking airplane. There's no little saw behind the iPad. It's a table saw. It's a miniature table saw. And I have it here somewhere where I have one. It does one thing. It cuts hinge slots. I made a table sled for it and everything. But I don't know what happened to it. We'll figure it out. I think what's going to happen with these is I'm going to cut these hinge slots out, fill all the stuff back in, sand them off, and then we might bury the wire in there. That'll make it a little heavier, but it'll make it straight. Now, this is a little table saw. Table's about 5 or 6 inches square. It's a Harbor Freight junk table saw, but I don't know where it is. It's in here somewhere. I guess I could spend a day tearing the place up looking for it, but I know it's not in those boxes because my clothes are in those 2 bins, and I know it's not in that box because the paint's in that bin. I know it's not in that box because airbrushes are in that box, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, and I'll be back after I eat a sandwich and for another 3 hours of sanding. And if you guys can stand it, you're more than welcome to come back and join me. So until then, fair winds, tight lines. See ya. Let's go, Brandon.